Hi guys, welcome back to the Figma for Beginners series. In this video, I will show you how to design using the 8-point grid system in Figma using the square method, so your user interface looks clean. This method is widely used in UI design to maintain proper spacing and alignment. The idea is simple. All spacing and sizing follow multiples of 8, such as 8, 16, 24, and 32 pixels. This helps create designs that are visually balanced and easier to manage. Now let's start by creating a blank design file in Figma. Here I'll come up to the design and click plus, and it will create a new blank design file for me. Now let's start by creating a small square. Come down to the toolbar here and select the rectangle tool or hit R on the keyboard. Once you have selected it, on the canvas just hold down shift and click and drag a small square. Now this one you can have any color you want. I will come up to the fill menu over here on the right, and I will click on this color box and I will choose any color. You can choose any color of your liking. I will choose orange. Then I will set the size of the square to 8 by 8 pixels. To change the size of the square, come up to the right toolbar here in the properties, and you can see here under layout it has dimensions which says W, which is for width, and H, which is for height. In this both I'll just type 8 by 8. I'll type 8 here in W and I will type 8 there on the height. You can see now it has set the size of this square to 8 by 8 pixels. If you want, you can just zoom in more. I'll use my mouse scroll wheel and you can see this is 8 by 8 pixel. Same way, this becomes our base unit. Then now I will duplicate the square to understand spacing and build a simple grid structure. To duplicate the square, just hold down Alt on the keyboard and click and drag, and it makes a copy of it. So the second square size, we will increase it to 16 by 16. I will again come up to the layout properties panel here on the right and I'll put 16 by 16. You can also grab your text tool and write the size of the square next to it, so it will be easy for you to reference it. I will click on the text tool in the bottom toolbar here. I will just click anywhere on the canvas and I will just type here 8 by 8. So we'll know the square size is 8 by 8. Then I will click and drag to make a copy of this by holding down Option key on the keyboard, and I will just type here 16 by 16. Now the third square we'll be making is for 24 by 24. So I'll click and drag on this square again. I'll repeat the step. Again, come up to the properties on the right side. You can also lock it, so it will resize it proportionally. When you enter in one value, it will take the effect in the other as well. So I'll just type here 24, and this square size is now 24. I will click and drag this text box again, and I will just type here again 24 by 24. Next square will again duplicate this one again, and this one will change the size to 32, and I'll click and drag the text box again, and I'll just type 32 by 32. And one more we'll make, final one is 48 by 48, and again I'll click and drag the text box and I'll make and I'll rename it to 48 by 48. So I'll just zoom out and I'll just space them out easily. I'll zoom out and then I'll space them out so to look clear and it's easy to understand. So right now we have just created the 8-point grid system which we'll be using designing our first login and sign up screens. Using this method, we can maintain consistent spacing across all elements in our design. If we compare a design without using a grid and one using the 8-point system, you'll notice a big difference. Without the grid, the spacing can look uneven, but with the 8-point grid system, everything feels aligned and structured. In the next video, we'll apply this method to a real UI design. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next videos, guys. Thanks for watching.